What's up guys, Balkan Architect here, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to create this amazing looking hexagon style ceiling in Revit. So last night I was in this cafe and the ceiling caught my attention. It was this interesting looking hexagon design and it had some integrated lights in it, so I kinda researched a bit online and saw a bunch of these ceilings, and you can create different kinds of patterns with these ceilings because they don't have to be kind of a uniform pattern. You can play around, make it different, make it interesting. So I thought it would be a cool challenge to create kind of a family that we can use, a repeating family that we can kind of create. It will be a ceiling based family, and then we're going to be creating this hexagon pattern style ceiling. But before I get started, I would just like to ask you to like this tutorial. It helps me out a lot, and if you haven't already, I suggest you subscribe because I make videos like this every day. Okay, so here we are in Revit, and here I have this little room that I created, and it has already a ceiling inside. It's a 600 by 600 grid ceiling, and that's important to remember for this project. And here, if we go to level 1 ceiling plan, you can see we have this grid. So just remember that grid because we're going to be placing our families inside of that 600 by 600 millimeter grid. But now we need to create our family for this, our ceiling based family that will be going over here. So let's just go here to File, let's go to New, Family, and I'm just going to switch back to metric and choose metric English. And now I'm looking for just the generic model ceiling based family. So you just double click that and open up. And here we have this ceiling. And if I just go here to elevation, you can see we have our kind of a mock basic ceiling up here. And now we're going to be creating our parametric ceiling based hexagon family. So just go to create, and you need to find this reference plane, or you can use the RP shortcut and just place a reference plane like this, and let's just name it something, I don't know, like host. And now let's add a dimension for the parameters. So let's just move this to 600 first, and now let's go to dimension, DI is the shortcut, and kind of place it like this. And then you can go here to label and choose parameter and make this an instance parameter so we can change it for each light, and let's call it an offset and just hit OK. So now this is a functioning parameter, so we can move around our ceiling based family. So now let's switch to ceiling plan, and here you can see it. See, here we have our ceiling, and now we can model our ceiling element. So just go to extrusion, and we have this circumscribed and inscribed polygon, so you can choose either one of them. I'm just going to go with this one. And here, make sure that it has 6 sides, and for extrusion end, you can place something like 8. And let's just create it. So our grid is 600, as you remember, so we need to make this a bit smaller. So let's do it at, I don't know, like 560. Just go finish, and then I'll go to front, and as you can see it's on the wrong work plane, so let's just extend it down and lock this in place to this work plane. Just make sure to lock it in place, then select the reference plane, go create similar and place it over here, and let's give it a offset or a distance of 100 millimeters or 10 centimeters, and then we can just lock this in place to that one. And just to make sure that this doesn't move around, go here to dimension and dimension this, and then you lock that dimension so this proportion will never change. Okay, now we need to create some sort of a line or cable that is holding our light in place. So just go back to ceiling plan and go to create, go to extrusion, and here just create a circular extrusion kind of like this. So just place it over there, go to 10 lines just to see it better. Yeah, that's 5 millimeters, that's 1 centimeter in diameter, that's quite alright. So just go to front, and now you need to pull it down and lock it in place. And you lock it in place up here. Okay, we seem to have a problem. Let's try again. Okay, we have a problem with constraining. Let's bring it back. Yeah, let's just leave it there. Okay, so now we have our little hanging wire or whatever you would call it, and let's just go to 3D. Okay, this is the wrong side. Spin it around. Okay, so here we have our element, and let's just flex this family just to see how it works. So let's just change this to 400. Go apply. Okay, as you can see, it's moving and the cable is getting shorter. And let's bring it back to 600 just to have it like that. Okay, and now we need to kind of create an offset. I like to have an indentation here, so just go to void extrusion, set work plane, and let's just set it at this. So just give it an offset of, I don't know, something like 50 millimeters or 5 centimeters, and go all the way around. So you will have this kind of a little offset indentation around, going all the way around. And then for the height, let's just change it to 15 for the depth of that. And this looks quite nice. And just to add a little bit more, let's add a kind of a light inside of it, a light plane. And to do that, you need to go here to create, you go to extrusion, and first let's set the work plane to this inner hexagon, the offset hexagon, and just go extrusion. And you can just use pick lines for this because you already have a hexagon drawn. So you just go all the way around and you can lock them in place, but you don't really have to. For this one, it doesn't change the size. And here for the extrusion end, let's do 5 millimeters, so it's inside of that indentation. And let's just change its material to something glowing. So just scroll down, find glass, scroll down again, and you see this glass glowing, and just load it into the project. So we'll have this self-illuminated glass material inside of our family. So this looks quite cool. Okay, so let's just go and see if this whole family now works. Will it be glowing? And we need to just flex it one more time just to make sure that everything works. But before that, let's change this visibility and add a parameter so we can turn on and off this glass, and let's make it an instance parameter, so some will have a light, some won't, or we can leave it all with light, but just create a instance parameter so we can change this later on if we choose so. So let's just call it light, go OK. So you can kind of go here into this family types and you can turn it on and off if you want. I'm just going to be leaving it on for this project, but you can leave it off if you want. Okay, so now let's just flex the height one more time just to make sure everything works, and as you can see, everything stayed in place. So let's just bring it back to 600. I think that's the right height for this project. Go OK and load it in project. And now we just need to go to ceiling level and let's start placing it over here. So just go 1, 2, and you can just create a pattern. It's great because this ceiling allows you to kind of play around and place it inside of this existing pattern, but of course you don't have to stay within the pattern. You can kind of play around, go outside. Let's add some here, let's do one over here, kind of in the way, out of the way, and you just continue placing these patterns the way you feel, just to make an interesting pattern on the ceiling. And then later on we're going to be changing some of these heights, so it will be even more uneven and interesting. Okay, let's just add a few more over here. Okay, not there, but maybe one here, and yeah, kind of like that. Okay, now let's delete some of these elements just to make it interesting. Maybe you don't want to have too much of these. So we have something that looks like that, and now let's just create a camera. So let's go to level 1, and you go here, you open up a camera, and let's create a camera view like this. So now select some element and orbit around it just to get this upper, so to move the camera down, and then you can use this wheel just to scroll up a bit or point it up a bit. And now we can select a few of them and change this offset parameter. So just go over here, find offset, and let's change this parameter to, I don't know, something different like 80, and just go apply. And then you can do the same thing for a few more of these lights. Maybe do this one at 40, and then let's do a few more. Let's do these at 50. So you kind of play around and change a few of these. Let's do this one at 70. Yeah, looks quite cool. And now it's time to test this out. So let's see. Let's go over here, kind of change the proportions a bit to make it more interesting, and so I can use this angle in the video. And now let's hit R for render and hit render. And this is what we end up with. Okay, so this looks quite cool. You can see these are at different heights, and it looks amazing. And you can of course always add more. You can create a different type of ceiling so you don't have this ugly hatch pattern in the back. And you can play around and maybe add some backlighting or whatever to make it look more interesting. But okay, that's pretty much it for this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like and share this video. And if you have any questions, comments or suggestions for future tutorials, please leave them in the comment section below. Okay, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.